Hi guys and welcome to Mzansimom. My name is Puseletso, if you didn't know, and I have a special guest with me. She's not special. She's actually she's
special.
Who are you? Whomst
I'm the gal.
I literally can't get anywhere with that.
I'm the gal.
Can you tell us about yourself?
So my name is Lilly. I'm a singer-songwriter, all-around creative. I do a lot of things. Shameless plug. I also have a YouTube channel.
Yes,
called The Newborns. Okay.
They do.
Mzansimom will put a link.
I'll put a link in there.
Or is it this?
We don't know. We are the link peoples, but it don't pop up. Okay, so obviously, guys, from the title, as you can see, we're going to be talking about breastfeeding.
Yeah.
And the reason why I really wanted to do this, I think it's a big thing for moms. One, moms feel a lot of shame for not being able to breastfeed, and yeah, it's just like it's a thing, but you also can't control it. But anyway, so we're going to be talking about that. If this is a video that you think will be interesting, please continue watching, like, comment, subscribe. Yeah. Okay, so I just want Lily to share her story. Okay, fine. So you give birth to your little girl, and they pop her on your boob, and they're like, "Okay, you breastfeeding." And then what happens?
And I remember holding her and trying to put my nipple in her mouth.
Yeah.
And the nurse looked over me, and she was like, "Oh, you've got flat nipples. Oh, don't worry, I have that as well. It'll be fine." Okay. I'm like, flat nipples.
Firstly, what is
that?
Yeah.
And I remembered vaguely. I think a week before that, we were hanging out and you had spoken about flat nipples and breastfeeding, but I wasn't paying attention. And my child struggled to latch, and her chin was very like, she was like the biggest pout, and it was very big when she was born. Her chin was very recessed. She just couldn't latch on.
Yeah.
And so I would be squeezing and trying to do things, and eventually I'm thinking, oh, she's feeding because like she's sucking. Yeah. So I'm assuming that she's feeding.
She's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a struggle. Every time they'd come in and be like, okay, squeeze. Yeah. Okay, do this. Okay, angle it like this.
Guys, I just want to say, people make it seem like breastfeeding is the most natural thing and it's going to come natural. Not to everyone.
That's what I thought.
You have no. I watched 1,000 videos, and first day I was here, my poor child, literally popping him off because I had read that if they latching wrong, your nipples could be raw, and you know what I mean. So I was very scared of that. So I was just popping him on and off, one about two in the middle. I'm like, who wants to eat like that? Where you're being fed
and then keep stopping.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But it does not come naturally to everyone. Okay, fine. So now you go home.
Yes. So I go home, and every feed was a struggle. When I say every feed was a struggle to get her to latch, and I'm like, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
I would literally when she would latch, it felt like I won the lotto. I was like, yes.
Let's go.
Literally like that, and she would scream. So she would latch, and sometimes it would be painful.
Yeah.
But if there's like when like something, those things we'd stick on the car.
Yes.
It felt like when it catches, I'm like, okay, it's fine.
Yes.
It will be painful, but I'm like, she's in because I know I'm gonna struggle to get it in, and I would angle and like literally she would scream, and I'm like, okay, I'll feed her for what is 45 minutes, and then she'd scream straight after that.
Oh my gosh.
And my husband would walk around, rocking her to sleep.
Because you're thinking she's eating, so why
eating.
Yes.
And then so I gave birth on a Sunday. Then my midwife came 4 days later, weighed her. And yes, they do say babies lose some weight after birth. I think it's water. I don't know what it is. But she had lost, I think, 20% of her birth weight, when a healthy amount is between like 6 and 8. She had lost she was so skinny, like her skin was, you could fold it. And I remember just being like, and she's asking me, are you feeding for long? Are you? And I'm like, yeah, I think
45 minutes is long.
I'm thinking she's feeding. Yeah. So we kept doing that. Long story short, we kept doing that, and she would cry every time, and feeds became, I hated feeding her. Because it would just be a trauma. Yeah, I remember once lying, and I remember my midwife was like, if you lie on your side, she will, no, bruh, nothing. And then my husband came, and he's like, hey!
Jack!
Come on! Because I would cry, she would cry. Anyway, then we took her for her vaccinations. I think now she was about 2 weeks old.
Oh, 2 weeks.
Yeah, because we had missed the vaccinations they give them at birth because they were unavailable, which was another stress. So we went, and the lady weighed her, and let me backtrack. So my midwife came that Thursday, weighed her, she had lost weight.
Yeah.
We went on Saturday, she had gained about 100 grams.
Okay.
And then the following week was now the vaccinations, and I'm thinking, we should be on a roll. They weigh her, she's now below her birth weight. She's gone even backwards. I cried the entire appointment, and the nurse is like, she'll be fine. But in my mind, I'm thinking, my child is starving. I didn't know. I thought I was doing it right, and you feel like such a failure.
Yeah.
And then I fed in front of the nurse, and she's like, but it looks right. You're doing it right. I don't know what the problem is. And she says to me, okay, just give her like 50 mils of formula. Go get similar. Cool. We went to.
At this point, why had you not had you considered formula?
Not at all.
Okay.
I hadn't even thought of it. In my mind, formula was something that you do when you have to, go to work. Here's the thing, I was very ignorant about breastfeeding.
Okay.
I researched everything around childbirth and having a baby, except breastfeeding. I don't know why. I just assumed it would happen.
It would, because it comes naturally.
It's just, you breastfeed, you know? So it wasn't even a thing. I was like, I'm going to breastfeed, it'll be fine. So she says, at the end of your feed, just give her 50 mils of formula. We did that the first night. She slept. She did not cry. I was like,
oh my word.
What the heck? We fed her, she drank, and I was like,
wait, sorry, can I just backtrack?
Yes.
How did you pick which formula to use? Because I think that's also a big worry for moms.
So the nurse just said to me, and she was a very nice lady, and she's like, go get Similac Total Comfort. It's the consistency, whatever it is easily digestible. Okay. And it's probably one of the most expensive brands and like shelf brands.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's fine, anything for her. Let's do this.
Yeah.
We went home, gave her that, and my child slept, and I was like, okay. So then at that point, I started looking up pumping. Okay. Like, okay, maybe let me pump, then she can get some breast milk. Yes. And I literally went through probably 4 pumps.
Sure.
I probably spent like 3,000 rands. There was one pump that was like 2.3 because I was like, the suction will be.
Oh my word.
Because now when I started pumping, that's when I started seeing my milk supply was a joke. I would, on a good day, I would get like 70 mils.
Oh my word.
At that time, people are getting like 120, 100. And this is from both sides, pumping for 40, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I was, my midwife had said, okay, try eating all these things, oats, fenugreek, brewer's yeast, I'm drinking water. I am doing the things.
The most, yeah.
And I think my milk supply was just low in general. Yeah. And then I think the stress obviously didn't help. Yes. Because I think that makes it worse. Yeah. And we tried that. We tried the pumping. So the idea would be, let me pump, and then we supplement with formula. Yeah. But I couldn't keep up with her feeds. Sure. At a certain point, I had like 30 mils. Do you know what 30 mils is, guys? 30 mils is like 2 tablespoons of milk. That's all I had, and it was devastating because I felt like I had failed her. I felt like for the first time in my life, I was like, boobs are freaking useless.
Why are you here?
Like my whole life, you've been here giving me shit. But the one time I need you to perform an actual function, nothing's happening. I'll never forget. I always tell the story. I went to someone's house to pick something up. It was a girl, and she came to the door, and she had her 7-month-old in her arms. Yeah. And she had it's almost like she was in the process of taking out the boob, and she just like swung and put the baby on. And I looked at her like, she's just doing that. We had our conversation. I got in the car and I just cried. Sure. Because I was like, it's just happening. She's just doing it. We tried nipple guards. Nipple guards worked for about a week. Yeah. And it hurt like hell. Yeah. But then she just didn't want them anymore. The pumping, everything. When I say we tried everything. Yeah. I think for about 6 weeks. Yeah. And then I remember just feeling exhausted because the thing with pumping, because I thought I'll just be a mom who pumps. Yeah. My milk supply is low. And it's exhausting because you have to do it every 2 hours, every 3 hours to keep your milk supply going. So middle of the night, my husband is bottle feeding. And it's that noise. Yeah.
And they also say you pump when your breasts are full. And that's usually midnight or in the AM.
I never had full breasts. Oh, okay. I think I had full breasts for the first 3 days of her life. Okay. It's funny, I have this memory of being so engorged. I think it was day 3. And in my ignorance, I just squeezed, because I was so uncomfortable, I squeezed everything out and I just dumped it. Ooh. And I always remember that. Ooh. I didn't know the preciousness.
Yeah, that's good. Yes. I once pumped 150 mils we were at a wedding and the bottle tipped over.
Don't cry over spilled milk, but spilled breast milk.
No.
You will shed tears.
Yeah.
And so now what happened is, because my milk supply was diminishing.
Yeah.
The formula is getting more. Like
Yes.
so it goes from 50 mils to 80 mils to 100 mils, and I'm like, come on, what's wrong?
Yeah.
What's wrong? I'm drinking like 3 liters a day.
Yeah.
And I remember just speaking to different moms. I got a lot of support from different moms that I spoke to.
Yeah.
And I was like, why don't you just
give a formula, like Oshapu.
But I felt like a failure.
Yeah.
Like I felt like a failure.
And why? Is it?
I think so. I remember being at church, and one of these I think he's young, he doesn't know anything, he's like a 19-year-old boy, says to me, oh, are you breastfeeding? What's the word? What? He's like, are you breastfeeding? Hey, don't be those parents who formula feed and you just have an overweight baby. Like I remember just being like, you know what, I'm just gonna leave this conversation because you have no idea
what you're talking about.
And I walked out. I'm like, you are like a 19-year-old boy. You have no idea. And I mean, yeah, I think I was just stronger that day because formula, I think it's been quite vilified in the sense of your child's not going to get all the nutrients. They will be more sickly. They'll be more prone to being obese. You just so I thought of that. I mean, even to this day, I have to keep reminding myself that, you know what, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. She's in God's hands, and this is just what it is. Because I would worry that she's gonna get flu, she's gonna be overweight, she's gonna be this, she's gonna be that. But at the same time, every time we go for a checkup, she's gaining weight, and I'm so happy about it, you know. And the funny thing is, me and my husband were probably during the first 2 months of her life, because she was born in March, so winter baby. I think we got sick 4 times.
And she didn't. And
she was just looking at us like, yeah, what's up?
And Aki, who was exclusively breast, he got a cold. And it's not like he was at daycare.
Yes.
I remember 3 months, guys, having to nebulize my child.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I'm just like, but I'm giving you breast milk.
You're getting the good stuff.
You're getting the good stuff. Like, what's happening?
What's the problem? This is the betrayal.
Yeah.
You know, so, I mean, even if you go for vaccinations, I think she's definitely going to get sick.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
You know, but I remember that the day I decided to stop, it was so ceremonious because I was so emotional, but I was exhausted. And I was like, you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
And like, you know, sterilizing the pump for the last time, packing it away, and just being like, okay, this is it. And then the following day, I'm like, let me try it. And there's nothing. I can't. I was like, it's fine. So I think I went through like a bit of a mourning. Maybe for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, feeling just bad. Because also the bonding thing. Everyone talks about how you bond with your baby when you breastfeed. It's like the thing that you and your baby have. And I'm like, I don't have that. And I never will. So there was that. But I also just realized that this is what life is. You know what I mean? And for me, I'm just grateful that she's healthy. She's good. She's never been sick a day in her life. And so far, and I'm like,
like, as long as your child is happy, guys, and your child is healthy, I feel like it's all that matters. Like, what would you say to a mom right now that is struggling with breastfeeding?
Like, first of all, like, the biggest thing is you're not a failure.
No.
You're not a failure. You are not inadequate, because that's nothing that you feel inadequate. And your journey with your child is going to be unique. It's not going to be like everyone else's, because there's only one you and there's only one that baby. One of that baby. So do what is best for your child and do what's best for you. Because that was another thing where when I decided to formula feed, I remember my husband was like, let's just do this, because I wasn't in a good mental space. I wasn't enjoying my baby. Because every time she'd come to me hungry, it was like I just felt this horrible pressure. You know, and he was like, as long as you guys are you're okay, she's okay, we're okay, it's good. If it works for your mental health as a mom, you're dealing with so many things. And it's fine. And just trust that, like what you said, your child might get sick, your child might not get sick. We're living in the world. Things happen. You know? I
think also for moms that have had it easy, my advice would be really watch your words. Like, because I think moms are the quickest to judge. Like, oh, you formula feeding. And
I found that especially with moms whose children were older. I feel like as your child grows, you forget certain things and you forget how certain things felt. I was at a party with this older lady, this woman like much older. So we're feeding, and every time I had to feed my daughter in front of people and take out the bottle, I would tense up because I know someone's gonna say something. But I'm like, she's hungry and we're trapped in this conversation. She's a mama, I can't just leave. So I take it out, and as I'm mixing, she's like, where's her real food? And I was just like, this is the food. No, but where's the real food? And I'm like, I don't have it. this is what she gets.
Sure.
She needs real food. I'm like, yeah, but she's fine.
Oh my word.
And in that moment, I'm just like, you are a grown woman. You probably have grandkids. You of all people should know how complex this is.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I'm like, get people who are supporting you, who are on your team.
Yeah.
And do what's best for you and what's best for your baby.
Yeah.
I don't regret it at all.
Yeah.
You know, it's been awesome. And also the advantage of formula feeding is I can leave her with other people.
Yeah.
And my husband and I would tag team the feeds.
Yeah.
So at night when she was feeding a lot, I do one, he does one,
Yeah.
I do one. So in terms of she's not attached to me in that way.
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah, guys. So I mean, if you're a mom, and this is, don't hear us saying that natural is not best, or like, it doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously science has proven, but what we're saying is sometimes you can't control how your body reacts, and you're gonna have to give you. God gave those doctors, whoever came up with formula, was because they are moms that were going to struggle.
Yes.
And sure, like really, I think the important thing is make sure that you get the right formula for your child. Yeah. Because then obviously your child will react because there's certain things in formula. So find the right formula for your child. But I think it seems like it's more of an emotional roller coaster. It's more of an emotional thing. So like Lily said, get people that are for you, that are supporting you. And don't beat yourself up, because I think you're your biggest enemy and your biggest...
Exactly. You're going to make yourself feel horrible. You'll resent yourself. And it's going to make your experience, because the thing about feeds is it's endless. You are always feeding. So if you are upset about this all the time, your entire day, you will be in the state of just feeling bad, because that's what happened with me, where if feeds are not, you're done and you'll see it in another 3 days. It's constant. And that state of mind, and your baby... I thought it was nonsense, but your baby does pick up on your images, you know, and picks up if you're not okay. They can pick up on all of that stuff. Yeah. And once I let that go, she's just a happier person for it. You know, and
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I hope this video even helps one mom out there. It's going to be okay. So you know what to do. Like, share, comment down below of your experience maybe that you had with breastfeeding. Was it easy for you? Was it difficult for you? And just like, how did you get through that? But I hope you guys remember to follow the newborns. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video. Love. Bye guys.